Okay, take 3. This is a rough one. Welcome back from spring break. We're back to remote learning. We're doing this for a while. So keep in mind, you just have to keep handing things in. This marking period is pass or fail. So just make sure you are handing stuff in so I can pass you. Thank you. Okay, so we're starting a new unit. We finished our last unit. This unit is going to be exponential functions, so we're just starting off with the exponential model. If you hear snoring, that is my puppy snoring on my lap. Okay, so over here, your initial amount is your C value. This changes from C, A, P, whatever it needs to be, but it's always just your initial value if it's outside of the parentheses. Okay, you have a 1 here. We have plus or minus depending on its growth or decay. You have as R is your rate, and your factor would be anything, it's what's on the inside simplified. T is your time. You'll see it's not that hard today. Okay, so exponential growth, if we look over here, we are just looking, it says a plus sign in between. If you, whatever's inside of your parentheses or being raised to a certain power, that's what you're focusing on. That's how you identify if it's growth or decay. Okay, so as long as it's bigger than 1, it's going to be a growth. If it's less than 1, but not a negative, it is decay. Okay, so over here, we're stating these. Lovely. So it says state whether the function is exponential growth or decay function. If you look at the first one, we're only looking at 2 to the second power. You're focusing on the 2. Whatever's being raised to a certain power, that's our growth factor. Okay, so in this case, it's going to be 2. We know it's greater than 1, so we know it's growth. Now I want to take it a step further, and I want to figure out what my R value would be, or what my growth rate would be, okay? So all you're doing is taking this number here, your 2, and you're doing 2 minus 1. So 2 minus 1, I don't know why that is ginormous. I don't know also why I have the craziest dog ever, equals 1. Okay, so remember your rate here would be 1, but I want to make it a percentage. We always make our rates percentages. What you have to do is, okay, if I can actually do this, what you want to do is take this number here and times it by 100, so to make it a decimal, or move the decimal over 2 places. So in this case, it would be is R equals 100%. Okay. Over here, we're looking, it's 1/2 is being raised to the x power. So that means, oh my Lord, I don't know how this popped up. Okay, the story of my life. Hopefully it's still going. It is. Okay, I don't know what's happening. I'm just trying to write. Thank God. Okay, great. Oh my Lord. This is why, okay, we're going back to writing with this stupid thing. Great. So over here, I have my 1/2. It's in between 0 and 1. It is a positive, but it is less than 1, so it is decay. So again, to find my rate, I would do is 1 minus 1/2. Oh, I'm crushing it. Okay, not anymore. Okay, which that would give you, oh no, sorry, I want to erase that. I want to do 1/2 minus 1/2 minus 1. Now that's going to give you a negative 0.5. Okay, that negative is just telling you that it's a decay. Okay, so we're just ignoring it because remember our percentages only have to be positive numbers, so it's in between 0 and 100%. So over here, we're just going to ignore it. We're making it just a positive, but whatever. And then I'm going to move the decimal over 2 places. So I have as R equals 50%. God, this is difficult. Love it. All right, over here, thank God. So again, we have is we're only focusing on what's in the parentheses, which is 2. Keep in mind, we know it's growth because it's bigger than 1. If we look to find the rate, we're doing is 2 minus 1, which gives you a positive 1. Double check, growth, positive, perfect. And we know that if we do 2 minus 1, we get 1, and it's 100%. Lovely. Okay, so this one's a little bit different. Again, you're doing is we look, we have is 5/8. which is in between 0 and 1. So that's going to give you a decay. You're going to do 5 over 8. Oh my God, this is awful. 5 over 8 minus 1 equals, I don't even know. So hold up. Bunny, Miss Chow doesn't know what 5. Oh, well, it would be 3 over 8. So it would give me is negative 0.375. That's a 7. Please don't judge that. 5 looks good though. All right, now it looks like a random 3. That's annoying. But it is 0.375. Again, it's negative. We know it's decay, so I want to move this up a little bit. Perfect. So we want to make it a percentage. I'm just moving it over 2 places. I get is 37.5%. Okay, lovely. All right, let's look at this one. I'm going to verbally tell you what the answers are. I know you guys are great, so this is awesome. All right, so again, we're just looking at is the 4 here. We know it's bigger than 1, so it's growth, and we're going to do is 4 minus 1, which gives you 3, so my rate's going to be 300%. I know, crazy. 2 over 3. 2 over 3 is in between 0 and 1, so that's going to be a decay. What you're doing is 2 over 3 minus 1, which gives you negative 0.33 repeating. So again, negative, you know, is decay. We're then taking whatever the number is, so it's negative 0.33, ignoring the negative and timesing it by 100, and you get 33.3%. Over here, again, it's in between 0 and it's in between 0 and 1, so we know it's decay. We're doing 0.25 minus 1, which gives us 0.75. Times that by 100, you get it is 75%. Over here, you're minusing, oh, sorry, we didn't say it's growth or decay. 1.5, it's bigger than 1, so it's going to be a growth. Then you're doing is 1.5 minus 1, which gives us 0.5. 0.5 is positive. Again, it's growth. You're multiplying it by 100, and you get 50% is your R. Okay, that's where we're stopping today. What you have to do is you're doing 4 problems on Delta Math, which is going to be identifying if it's growth or decay, and then telling me what the rate is in a percentage. All right, guys, good luck. Have fun. Bye.